Let us get now to the game, Man City versus Liverpool. Ryan, are you listening? But be careful with that 50,000. I'm hoping it was a joke. Maybe don't go so far. Man City 1.51, draw 5.3, Liverpool 6.1. This was a game that we previewed in the Premier League. Well, we previewed Manchester City versus Manchester United in the Premier League punters. And you guys were on the Manchester United, and a couple of the viewers there have said, like, really good call. I was on Man City, went for Manchester United. Heading into this round, they're very big favourites, really, 1.51, considering their recent form. Liverpool leading 3-0 in aggregate. I do have a bet for this match. I like this match. But big man, start us off here. Is 1.51 too low? Does it make you tempted to go for that Liverpool at 6.1?
I mean, I have been tempted by it before, Natalie. I'm going to go a little bit safer, though. I mean, look, obviously the writing's on the wall here. I mean, Manchester City's in a precarious situation, one that they haven't been in really all season. They need goals. They need to go forward. They're behind. It's fairly unlikely they're going to come back. But again, what we saw last year with PSG blowing that lead, it's now ingrained in teams' minds. You cannot just sit on a lead. You can't do it. It doesn't work in any sport. You have to stay true to who you are. Teams that sit on leads generally lose. Liverpool will score in this game. They're not going to be caught. They will win this, but Manchester City and Liverpool will score a couple goals before it's all over. I think Salah will play. From what I've seen, he's been training today, so he'll be in there. Man City could win, but they're not going to catch the aggregate. What I will do, though, I've got two bets for this game. I'm going to go Liverpool plus 1.5 at 1.8. Liverpool haven't lost by more than a goal since October. It just doesn't happen very often. And as far as my other play, I'm going to just go with the straight over 3.5. I think this is a maybe 3-2, 2-2. I could split here. It's very possible. But obviously, for me, if you're Liverpool, I think you got to find a way to find the back of the net. This one will be a basketball match, as Flash mentioned. Should be like it was last year with the Monacos and the Dortmunds. When you're on the front foot against Liverpool, that's a bit of a concern. The other way, they're about as good as attacking as anyone. I'll go over 3.5 at 1.83. I considered even 4.5 at 3, but I'll go 3.5. I'll also go with plus 1.5 for Liverpool, 1.8 at BetVic.
Yeah, very nice indeed. That's my bet, actually. Liverpool plus 1.5 as well, 1.82. I'm not sure. A lot of our bets were sort of centered around both teams scoring an over 2.5 goals in the first leg. Obviously, we were let down because Man City failed to score. In this match, are we going to see, as Big Man put it, a basketball match, Flash?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, both teams. First of all, Man City will come out all guns blazing, and we will see them play with two wide men with Sane, Sterling. We're going to see an attacking midfielder getting in the box with either Aguero or Jesus. I expect it to be Aguero. They'll be dangerous from set pieces. I mean, listen, I look at this game and I go Man City -1. I think is an absolute given. I think that's around even money. Man City -2. I think that this could be a distinct possibility. I mean, that's at 3.5. The over 3.5, I really like at 1.8. I like Man City and over 3.5. But again, and saying this, I still think that Liverpool will probably qualify. So I can see a 4-1, 4-2. One result I do not see is 3-0, and we go into extra time.
Okay, interesting. You're very strong on that Man City win. Nigel, over to you now. Obviously lost to rivals Manchester United over the weekend. Flash is going hard and heavy on that Man City win. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Well, it's a very, very difficult one to call because I think the prices are all reflecting of what the nature of the game. Every bit of value is on Liverpool. There's no doubt about it. You're looking for value. Liverpool is the value price. 6.6 to 1 about Liverpool. The 1.5 at 4 to 5. I mean, you would never get that in a league game. So you've got to look at that and think, is it worth taking? When the nature of the game is set up, that Manchester City have to go all out attack. And Guardiola, we know what he's done before with Barcelona, Manchester City played some famous games against Barcelona as well. And there's been goals. Manchester City did win this fixture 5-0 last time they played as well. So that's a big, massive incentive for them as well. The one thing I do agree with Flash on is that City will come out the blocks 100 miles an hour, and I think they will score early doors. I do think Man City will win this, but I do think that if Liverpool just get that one goal, which we know that they're capable of doing, the whole nature of the game changes, and that will be in Klopp's psyche. You know that will score, but there's no value in the over 3.5. There's no value in the over 2.5, but it likely will happen. But you're looking at yourself thinking, am I really going to take these short prices about this price? It's all about value for me. I think the bet here is Man City half-time, full-time. It's 2.15. I think Man City will win. I think they will go all out to get that early goal. I think they will get the early goal, and Liverpool will be hanging on for some periods of time. I do think Liverpool will have enough in the bag to qualify. I think they've got enough in the locker, but I do think Man City will win this. I'm slightly agreeing with Flash, and I'm slightly agreeing with Big Man as well. But I think we can all have winning bets here. But I'm going to go for Man City Man City half time, Man City full time at 2.15.
All right.
Now,
Big Man.
Yeah. Sorry, just before, because I also saw a bet that did twig on me, and it's not really for me, but I do see it as potential value, and that's Man City to be leading after 15 minutes, and I think it was something like 3.5, and I know it's only a short and sharp bet, but with the high press that Man City, I mean, the big thing for Liverpool will be, let's not concede an early goal, but Man City will be, let's get an early goal. So, and I think that's a bit overvalued. It's a good bit of value that.
I'll give you another bet, and this is a certainty. This is an absolute certainty, but I haven't seen a line in it. But I'll tell you what it will. What you will be. It'll be like the Alamo for Man City, and obviously bookies do corners. So there's corners in the match, and they do a corner handicap. Man City will be something like -4 corners in this game. Man City will get 11 corners to 2 or 10 corners to 1, because it's not big. There's got to be one stage in the game where Man City don't have to attack and go out all out for it. So the only time there isn't the corners or the team doesn't attack is when one team has to take their foot off the gas. If they're 1-0 behind and score the goal, then the other team has to come out. There is not going to be one time in this match in the 90 minutes where Man City aren't chasing the game or going for goals. And I think if you can get a decent corner handicap of Man City to cover 4, I think they'll do that very easily.
Okay, interesting. We had a viewer as well asking about that. I was just looking at team to score first. Man City 1.44, so that's low. I'm just going to run through. We've got a lot of comments here on different bets. I saw Liverpool team total over 1.5. I like that one. Anybody else like that one?
Not for me.
Not for you. No. All right.
Sending off could be if they get. Sending offs, I think that this could get a little bit out of hand if the frustration starts going with Man City late on in the last sort of 15 minutes.
Yeah. What about I haven't heard for a 100% certainty that Mo Salah will play tomorrow. Has anybody heard 100%? Big Man, you seem quite sure you're saying
Sorry, Big Man, you go.
He's training.
Yeah, I think I heard he's training. I mean, I would imagine he would play. I mean, I think one of the tipsters here is making a good play here. Also, I don't usually get involved with this market, but just thinking about it, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, over 11.5 corners looks pretty good. I mean, there should be plenty of opportunities for that. The
problem with that, like Big Man, the reason why that is you're going to rely on one team to get them. That's why the corner handicap is so much better. If you're playing corner markets, it was something that I spent a lot of time doing corners in my early days and spread betting. You need two teams going to attack each other. So one needs to get 10, the other team needs to get 6. In games like this, where teams have got to go out all attack, it might look a decent bet, but it doesn't happen because one team is pegged into their half all the time. So you only got one side getting the corners. You need two teams to attack to get corners. So that's why the bet, if you're playing the corner market here, has to be the handicap. It has to be the handicap because there will not.
What about -5
in this game? That's the bet, -5. It could be 10-0 or 10-1. One team will be getting all the corners, definitely.
Yeah, and here's the curveball here: that if Klopp actually comes out and he gets his fullbacks to overlap, then we will have one of the best entertaining games that we've seen maybe in the last 10 years, because Man City will not be expecting Liverpool to come out and have a go. Because remember this, the biggest thing that can happen tomorrow night is Liverpool scoring. As soon as Liverpool score, Man City have got to score 5.
Oof.
And if we know one manager that will go all out for that goal, it will be them. Now, on the flip side of that coin is Liverpool attacking is when Man City could be at their most dangerous. So it is a fine line. But Liverpool scoring is an absolute must, because I definitely see Man City scoring 3.
Well, then, I mean, the most logical play here really is both teams are scoring over 2.5. I mean, that's got to be the most logical then. I mean, I guess it's really my only concern was just Nigel's kind of point where maybe it's always in Man City's half and they don't find a way to score. But I just don't see a logical way they don't score. I mean,
but no, you've got to look at Liverpool scoring because they've got such pace. You've got Oxlade-Chamberlain one side, Salah the other. I mean, and
the price. The thing is, go on, Flash. Go on, Flash. Sorry.
The weak link for me is relying on the like of Henderson having to pass the ball forward, because he's going to keep passing it sideways. It will get cut out, and when he gets cut out, he's probably going to be only 25 yards from his own goal, and they're going to be bang on him. So for me, I think that Klopp may throw a little curveball in here and want his fullbacks, who done brilliantly last week, on the front foot.
The other thing as well is that it's the only thing is when it comes to both teams to score, big man, is that the price is so artificially short for what we usually expect in this game. So the bookies are aware that the attacking abilities of both sides, and I just look at it purely in a value point of view. I mean, if someone put a gun to my head and said, "Listen, what's going to happen in this game?" You say both teams to score, but if someone would say, "Would you bet the price?" Then I'd say no. I'd be looking for a little bit of a decent price. I'm all about value. I mean, sometimes when people criticise me, "Oh, Nigel, you can't expect a 0-0. You can't expect Barcelona to win 2-0." I'm looking purely and simply for value. That's all I'm looking at. I'm not looking in what my gut reaction is. If someone said to me here, 2-2 is 8-1, for example, I wouldn't back it. But if someone said, I probably think it could be 2-2. But I'm always about value, and for me, I just think that this game here, and also people say it's a massively Liverpool now have virtually got that Champions League place as well. The top 4. There's only one place up for grabs. Man United are good there, Man City there, Liverpool there. So they've got nothing to play for in the Premier League now either as well. So this game's turned up for an absolute cracking game. And there's not one team in the world, one team manager in Guardiola that will not give up if they're 5 goals. And for me, the best bet is that corner supremacy market. I really do, because other teams will just drop heads, won't go. He won't allow it. They'll keep going. You saw what they did against Liverpool with 5 minutes to go at Anfield. They got 3 goals in 5 minutes. And not this time, in the league, early in the league. They can do this on the off. I think half-time, full-time, Man City, and that corner supremacy is a great bet. But both teams to score could happen, but it's no value at the prices. That's all I'll say.
Now, what price have you got for 4-1?
Oh, I don't. I'll have to pull it up for a second.
Okay.
But just staying with you, Nigel, for a second. Somebody was asking about
4-1,
Man
15.
City double chance and both teams to score, odds of 2.15. Is there value in that?
Well, no, it's no value in that. I mean, that could happen, but really, 2.15. You've got to get Manchester City to beat a side that they struggle to beat, and both teams to score. I mean, in most Premier League games, I know this is Man City with Liverpool, you'd be getting 2.15 about both teams to score in just a random game. It's the most logical game. It's if you ask 50 people in the street what would happen, they'd probably say it, but it's not. It just doesn't make. It's not value for me. I'm a guy who's always looking for the value, always, and I don't think that's value. And that's my point. It could happen. It definitely could happen. But you're not going to. The way to make money is to look for errors, and I think that's no error for me. It's just the right price.
Mm-hmm. One of the bet as well is over 1.5 goals in the first half. Anybody like that one?
Happen.
I think it's 1.9. I think that's 1.95 if memory serves.
Again,
Anybody? Too short for Nigel. Flash, big man.
Yeah, and listen, it could well happen. I mean, I'm just going to put my bets down, lay back, put my feet up, and just watch a massive game, because the bottom line is there's got to be a winner.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's an exciting one.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.